72 hours has in store for you. We're going to jump straight in with the Oracle cards. If you do want to see future readings from me and you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the notification bell as well as the subscribe button. And leave me a comment below to let me know how you guys resonated with this reading. But we're going to start with oracles, and then we'll go into like a 6-card spread or so. So what is coming through for my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements? So we have the Mentor. Your prayers are being answered. It says your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. And I also have moving on. So Aquarius, a lot of you are meant to go down this path of being a mentor, whether that's like a spiritual mentor or a mentor in other ways. But nonetheless, that is your path. So if you have been, in this energy of feeling really drawn to doing this type of work, this is like a confirmational moment for you in terms of, letting you know that, yes, go for it full-fledged. That is definitely something that is in alignment with you. For others of you, the mentor card talks about you having like an outside mentor, where in you talking to this mentor, working with this mentor, there's really a chance for you guys to move along either life with a whole new fresh perspective, or when it comes to whatever you're pursuing in your career or in terms of skills, you could see glimpses of you actually like progressing and growing within those things. I'll be live and do readings, Anthony, around like 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm just doing like generals kind of early. How you doing, Omesh? But yes, it definitely talks about there being this opportunity for you to move forward in your journey by you being either mentored or in you being a mentor. Now, another thing that I'm seeing with moving on showing up, there's this chance for you to finally move past like this energy of guilt. If you have been made to feel bad for doing things for yourself, or if you've naturally kind of occurred this sense of guilt because you've always been that person that's always had to sacrifice for others and be there for others, I think that you could be at a place to where you're realizing that like it's essential for you to start doing things for you and to not feel bad about it. Now let's go a little bit deeper. What does the energy look like for my Aquarius just in general when it comes to the next 72 hours? What does the energy look like just in general? So I have the 9 of Swords. Some of you are not getting enough sleep. You need to make sure that you are going to bed with a nighttime routine, or at least prioritizing getting some type of rest. Some of you may work very hectic schedules, so it's like you're not able to really keep up with your sleep, or you may work at night. Your mind may be just overactive. So that's where the sleep regimen or sleep schedule comes into play. But also the 9 of Swords talks about overthinking. You could have a lot of just stuff that's popping up, coming out of the blue. And it's important that you pay attention to which thoughts you actually take serious, which ones that you act on, because thoughts are thoughts. They only become a threat or even real when we start to entertain ones that may not necessarily mean us any good. So that could happen during this time frame. Also, you could have someone else around you who's extremely in their head, and you could be like inheriting their anxiety, because it's like they may be shutting down, they may not be saying anything, and you could be taking it as like a personal issue you guys may have with each other, but that may not even be the case. This may be just personal anxiety this person has that you're feeling. Now, going into what I see for career and finance for you specifically, I do have the 2 of Swords. So some of my Aquarius, you could be at a place to where you're a bit conflicted. This could be about a job that you're already at, whether to stay or go, because there's clearly some pros and cons. But it's this question of like, okay, how should I go about that though? If I did consider it, if I decided to stay, what would that look like? It's like a lot of questioning, a lot of nuance around that questioning of what you should do with your current job or with your career period. Another example of this, you could have like two interests in your career that you would like to pursue, but you could be conflicted on whether or not you'll make money from either or if you're going to be better off just staying where you're at now. So it's all these questions. I would say if there is anything that you want to do during this time frame, it may be something that you may have to wait like beyond this time frame to like apply for a new job or do certain things centered around your career, just while you're still trying to like reflect and understand what your next move is going to be. There also may be a slight delay when it comes to hearing back from certain jobs because they still haven't gotten to a place of either having an answer for you. So if you've already interviewed, you may have to wait a little bit. They just haven't really came up with the answer of who they're going to hire. Now, going into what I see with love specifically. Oh, before I go into love, the Two of Swords also in the career sector could mean poor communication within a workplace. And this could be annoying. There could be like scheduling issues where your boss is not letting you know what's going on, and then there's misunderstanding. Or there's certain things that are being miscommunicated that could be quite annoying during this time frame. So make sure you're double checking any like emails or notes so that you're on your P's and Q's as much as possible. Now, when it comes to love, I do have the Ten of Swords here. So for my singles, you could be in a space to where mentally you could feel like your love life is just a bit exhausting for you. Especially if you've been through some disappointment beforehand. You could be at a place to where love just may not have a good taste in your mouth right now. And you do want to rewrite that narrative. I don't think that you guys want to be under this pretense that you can't trust people or that love is going to be disappointing. But it's this journey of mentally getting out of this perspective, and this journey of getting over betrayal as well. Some of you have really been hurt in the past, so it's like being hurt like that again is terrifying. For my Aquarius who are in a relationship, kind of the same thing I'm saying. If there has been betrayal at one point within this, you could question like, can I really move forward with them? Or if this is just you guys been going through the ringer, like going through so much, and it's been this question of like, is there a silver lining, or should I just be done with this and just give up on dating? Yeah, I would say take care of your mental health. Don't let your love life start to like cause you to have existential crises where you're now questioning you and your worth and all that other stuff. Now, going into the advice for you, let's go ahead and go straight into that. I got the Four of Pentacles. So the advice is to be mindful about how you're spending money in your relationship with money during this time frame. Are you holding on to every penny, like from a stingy perspective, in a fear of losing money? Or are you overspending in a way where you're not saving for a rainy day or having a financial buffer? Make sure you have a balanced way of handling your finances. Also, the piece of advice here, if you do find yourself like more introverted, more recluse, or to yourself, this is a perfect time for you to put yourself out there, especially if you're bored. Like for some reason, I'm getting with the Four of Pentacles, some of you are like bored out of your mind because you've just been so focused on protecting your energy that you haven't made any room to let anyone in that same breath. So don't get too overprotective of your energy in a way where you shut yourself out, even from good people, is the piece of advice here as well. Now, going into what I see for the challenge you may run into during this time frame. I have the Strength card in reverse. So this could be a challenge with either a Leo specifically, doesn't have to be the sign at all. But this could be issues with someone who lets their pride get the best of them. They could say things out of the heat of the moment or from a prideful place and not actually mean it. Or This could be someone else's insecurities being projected onto you. You could be, you know, dealing with somebody romantically, or have like a certain friend around you or certain people around you where their insecurities are now being placed onto you about what you can and cannot do based off what they think they can and cannot do. Another challenge is temper. Someone around you may have a extremely volatile temper. This could even be you. So make sure you don't let someone like cause you to go off. Now, last card's going to represent the outcome for my Aquarius. What's the outcome for them for the next 72 hours? I have the Two of Cups. So the outcome of this time frame, huge focus on the relationships that you keep around you. Are they quality? Are they not? Do you feel supported by them? Do you don't feel supported? But also your relationship with self. That's going to be a big focal point. Are you maintaining a good emotional health? And are you maintaining a level of balance? Some of you also may be reassessing like a business partnership, or whether or not you want to go into business with someone as well. But this is what I see. I hope I did give you some insight in regards to the next 72 hours. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.